Arsene, if you could just run us through your team news, specifically the fitness of Per Mertesacker.
He will have a test this morning, and we'll assess after the training session if I include him or not. From Wednesday night, everybody looks available. No major injuries, and as well nobody coming back like Chesney or Bozicki or Diaby. Of course, they're all out.
Kieran Gibbs got his call up to England this week. You must be pleased with that.
I'm pleased because it's a reward for the consistency of his performances since the start of the season, and as well, it's always good to know when you're a football player that you can represent your country and that the national coach rates you. There's a big competition going on there because you have Cole, of course, Baines, Gibbs. It's quite good for England to have so many good players in that position.
Just finally from East West Ham at the weekend, another London derby. Is that an extra twist? Do London derbies still count?
They still count because it's always a difficult place to go, West Ham, because they have a good side, they have a good balance as well, they are efficient, they are a good mixture, I must say, between direct play and play on the ground, because technically they are quite sound in midfield. When needed, they have Carroll up front, Cole up front, who can go for high balls as well. We know that we'll have a big challenge there, and we know we only get away with the points do we perform at our best.
Going on the sort of international theme, if I may, Arsene, you've got 3 players in the England squad. Carl Jenkinson apparently wasn't far away. Jack Wilshere in the future. That would be 5 Arsenal players in the England squad. Does that represent something of a sea change?
Yes, because I faced many times, of course, some questions about that. And I always said my target, the ideal mixture is, of course, to have a basic young squad where 60% comes from this country and 40% maybe from abroad. And we get slowly there. And we have good young talent from England.
What is the latest with Jack Wilshere? I mean, obviously
he's doing very well, but we need to be a bit patient. You know, he has played 60 minutes in the reserve team, and he needs a few games, progressive build up, get your body used again to competition, to shocks, to fights, and but he's doing extremely well. The situation is looking very good. We have to be, how can you call that, a bit cautious and not crazy, because of his talent you're always pushed in a situation where we would like to rush him back, and we have to resist to that.
Is he upping it in training? What are his plans in terms of the next match, the next reserve game?
The next match should be next week.
And is he increasing things in training?
Yeah, he's working very, very hard, but the body is like that when you have been out of competition for 14 months, it takes some time to find your sharpness back. You cannot rush it, you know.
What did you make of comments this week from the Czech Republic manager, who fears that you may try and persuade Thomas Rosicky to retire from international football?
I never did that, you know. One day, if you have nothing to do, look at the number of players I brought into national teams. Because I face the same question in France. When I look in France, the number of players I got into the national team under me, it's quite amazing. And I never tried to convince anybody not to go with his national team. But Thomas Rosicky is a bit like Diaby. They have promised to face the demands of both competitions, and as long as you do not get a long time with your club, it's difficult to do the two. Thomas Rosicky comes back. He has not played, but he got injured at the European Championship. So that, of course, now if he's not fit, he cannot play for the national team. But first, he has to play for the club.
How far away is he
At least from full training, 3 weeks.
And how would you describe your relationship with Didier Deschamps just at the moment over?
Very good. Very good. I have no problem. What people don't understand is you can give your opinion about something. That is just your opinion. That doesn't mean that you have any problem with any person. I just said at the moment that was the opinion of my medical staff, that Diaby was not in a position, it was not even my opinion. It was the opinion of my medical staff that Diaby would have promised to cope with the two at the moment, because when you have been out for a year, you have been out for a year.